I want to quickly talk to you about H&R Block versus TaxSlayer. So before we start this comparison, I just want to say that I'm going to go through the features, the pricing, the sign up, the security, and the extra. So we have a clear idea what are we really talking about. So let's first talk about the features. So let's start with H&R Block. So when you actually think about H&R Block, you have file in person and online. You have robust free filing, refund advance, Amazon refund bonus, and you pay nothing out of pocket. Well, let me just go a little granular here. So file in person and online. So most of you will actually want to file online because it can be quicker. However, if you have a complex tax situation or just want to have someone work through it with you, you have the option of having your taxes done at one of the more than 12,000 H&R Block branch locations. Those are brick and mortar locations. And you also have robust free filing. So H&R Block offers a free version that gives you double the number of forms that a competitor like TurboTax or Tax Act actually offers. So many people who don't have complex tax situations can actually qualify for this, according to our research. You also have refund advance. So let's say if you can't really wait for your refund, you can get an interest-free loan up to $3,500 on the day you file. And so this offer doesn't last forever though. So you'll need to check with your local H&R branch to see if you're still eligible. You also have an Amazon refund bonus. So you can put some or all of your tax refund into an Amazon gift card. So when you do this, H&R Block will bump it up 3%. So basically, meaning if you put $1,000 of your tax return on an Amazon gift card, you will get $30 free. And you also have pay nothing out of pocket. So you won't have to pay your tax preparation fees out of pocket if you don't want to. H&R Block will allow you to deduct it directly from your tax return. So this is kind of cool. So this is for H&R Block. What about TaxSlayer? You have a guaranteed maximum refund, 0 out of pocket fees, 100% accuracy guarantee. You have five filing options, and you have tax tools and resources, and you also have the TaxSlayer blog. Let's go a little granular here. So guaranteed maximum refund. So TaxSlayer guarantees you'll get the maximum refund possible. If not, they'll refund you any fees you paid to do your taxes with them. You have 0 out of pocket fees. So instead of actually paying tax fees out of pocket, TaxSlayer allows you to deduct those fees directly from your tax return. This is kind of cool. Now, note that this option can extend your filing time up to 18 days. You have the accuracy guarantee. So if you incur any federal and all state penalties and interest charges due to a filing error on TaxSlayer's behalf, they'll reimburse you. You have 5 filing options. So TaxSlayer gives you 5 different options to file. So I would speak about that later on. You have tax tools and resources. And I'm speaking about tax refund calculator, tax law changes, and IRS calculations. And you also have a TaxSlayer blog. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the pricing here. So let's first talk about H&R Block pricing. So H&R Block obviously has their in-person option, but they also offer 4 pricing tiers for their online tax prep. So they have free online. So this is $0 federal, state included. The free online option is best if you have, let's say, a W-2, you have kids, and rent your home. You have the deluxe online. This will cost you $29 to $29.99. Actually, that's for federal. And the state, you have an additional $36 to $40. You want to choose this option if you're a homeowner. You need to itemize deductions and itemize donations rather, or have an HSA. So a health supplement act. I'm blanking right now. So the thing here is that you also have the premium online. So premium online will cost you about $49.99. So you have for the state additional account, like you want to account for $36. And this is great for freelancers, contractors, and investors. You also have a self-employed online. So this is actually the highest tier. So this will cost you $84.99. For a state additional, you want to budget for $36.99 to $40.99. So the self-employed online version is best if you are self-employed and or own a small business. The thing is that with H&R Block, you also have the option of filing in person. So they have 3 different options for doing this. So you have in office starting at $80, additional fee per state. So you'll meet one-on-one with a tax professional near you and you go through your taxes together. You have a drop-off service. So this will start at actually $80, additional fee per state. So you drop your documents off at your local tax office and they'll take care of it for you. And then you have virtual. So virtual, the price here is the same, starting at $80, additional fee per state. So you just need to upload your documents from home and the local office will do your taxes. What about TaxSlayer pricing? So you can see the TaxSlayer pricing on the screen here as of the date of this show. So TaxSlayer has 4 main options, but where they differ is actually offering a military package. So they have the Simply Free, that's $0, state included. So this is great for those who are single, married, filing joint, or student. You can file for $0, not a problem. Classic, basically you have $34.95 plus state additional. So this is the most popular option that covers all tax situations and provides the best value overall. Then you have the premium. Here you actually have $54.95 plus a state additional $36.95. So TaxSlayer considers this the fastest way to prepare and e-file your taxes. You also receive priority support if and when you need it. And you have self-employed. So self-employed will cost you $64.95. And this is for those who have a unique self-employment situation. This makes filing your taxes easy. And then for military, it's $0. So active duty military members can file a federal return for free using TaxSlayer Classic. And so this applies to all tax situations and all the forms are included. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about H&R Block versus TaxSlayer. Let me talk to you about the extras here. So let's talk about the sign-up process. So the sign-up process for each of these services is incredibly fast. So the only one you'll need to spend a little extra time with is H&R Block, and that's only if you go to a branch. So for example, basically you can actually, if you go to a branch right now, you can basically talk to someone, but it's not going to be in 5 minutes. It'll probably be longer than that. And so this is what it is. But overall, the sign-up process for H&R Block or TaxSlayer is easy, fast, and basically a no-brainer. So you enter some very simple information, and it will take you like the algorithm will take you to a screen where things get a little more complex. Enter in your tax information, and so this is kind of cool. So long story short, fantastic. What about security? H&R Block first. So H&R Block actually they actually have multi-layer authentication. They have web browser encryption technology. They have bank level encryption technology. They have secure facilities. They have security protection team and external inspections by top security firms. Remember, H&R Block has been doing this for ages, so they have some experience here. What about TaxSlayer? TaxSlayer actually also they implement things like multi-layer authentication, requiring you to develop a complex password and have the ability to get a secure code texted to you as you log in. And TaxSlayer also uses technology to help safeguard your information using systems such as firewalls, intrusion detection systems. They have web application firewalls, network isolation, auditing systems, data classifications, and data obfuscation. I get it. And for their physical data center. And they use security guards, access controls, biometrics, man traps, and other security mechanisms. So this is kind of cool. I mean, we love that a lot. I mean, especially when it comes to data classification and data obfuscation. So this is kind of cool. Now, TaxSlayer also has a dedicated security team that works routinely with state departments of revenue and the IRS to help protect your personal data. And they also perform regular internal audits throughout the year to ensure that their IT systems are maintaining compliance with regulatory standards and TaxSlayer's information security policy. So this is kind of really reassuring at least. Let's talk about the extras here. So let's talk about mobile support and accessibility. So for H&R Block has its H&R Block Tax Prep app, which allows you to prep and file your taxes anytime, anywhere with the expertise of H&R Block in a mobile app. So this is kind of cool. It doesn't really have a ton of special features though, but you can do your entire tax return from your mobile device. What about TaxSlayer? TaxSlayer also has a mobile app that gives you the ability to calculate your refund and prepare for tax season early and file your taxes directly from your phone when you're ready. And the estimator allows you to estimate your tax refund by simply using your W-2 or paycheck information. So again, nothing super sexy here, but a nice looking app that allows you to do your taxes on your phone. So they both have pretty decent sort of apps. What about customer service and support? Basically, for H&R Block, well, H&R Block in our view has by far the best customer support among the like when you actually compare and contrast customer service, H&R Block really wins. And so they offer email, phone, and in-person options to talk to someone. So you can call a local branch or call their 800 number, and you can also use their self-service FAQ section to get answers immediately. Now, what about TaxSlayer? Now, TaxSlayer really didn't impress us when it comes to their customer service options. And so currently, you can only email their support or use their existing knowledge base section, which tries to cover any and all topics you might have questions on. The email support can take up to 72 hours to get a response to. So really, this can be frustrating, especially if you need a quick answer. Or let's say we are here now in like around April, and the deadline is fast approaching for filing, and they taking 3 days to answer you. That's just crazy. It's really frustrating. So yeah, but it is what it is. You just got to you have to really dance with the music. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about H&R Block versus TaxSlayer. Let me talk to you about the rival here. Let's say you try H&R Block or you try TaxSlayer. You don't like it. You have a third option that you can actually consider, and that's TaxAct. And so TaxAct is kind of cool because it has features that you might like. It has an interesting pricing. So for features, you have fast, simple return. So if you have a fairly simple return, TaxAct can knock it out for you in 10 minutes. Even if yours is a bit more complex, they can help you rip through it at warp speed. So they pride themselves on this perk. So you have a quick start. So if you're switching from TurboTax or H&R Block, you can quickly import last year's return into TaxAct. You have a W-2 phone upload. So if you have a paper copy of your W-2 and can't find it online, you can snap a picture of it and with your phone and using the TaxAct mobile app, and they will automatically import the information for you, saving you a bunch of time. You also have 7 years of return. So 7 years of returns, so you can access your past tax returns from up to 7 years in the past. So this can be a lifesaver if you get audited or need to collect older tax information quickly. You also have maximum refund guarantee. So like many other providers, TaxAct will reimburse you if you get a bigger refund using the exact same inputs somewhere else. And then they have a $100,000 guarantee. So if TaxAct makes a mistake, you're covered up to $100,000, including software costs, legal and auditing fees, and they'll even cover the difference in case of a lower refund or higher tax liability. In terms of pricing, they have 4 different offerings. They have free, the Deluxe Plus, the Premier Plus, and the Self-Employed Plus. And this is kind of like, the Self-Employed Plus is actually the highest. It will cost you about $80 to $100. And so this version is designed to guarantee the maximum tax benefit for self-employed filers, freelancers, sole proprietors, and independent contractors. Okay. And by the way, TaxAct has a business section too, though. So, and this is TaxAct Business. So, and in terms of sign up, TaxAct has you enter your email on one screen, and they send you a verification code to proceed. So this will take a bit longer, but feels more secure. Let's talk about security here. So TaxAct really makes it a huge point to keep you safe and secure. So aside from complex password requirements, you'll have the ability to set your own security rules, get Social Security notifications, and view a signing history. And so in addition to identity authentication, vigorous monitoring, and other security processes, what we have seen in our research is that TaxAct will encrypt your data every time it's sent to the IRS. Okay, finally, they provide a number of security-related resources for you to brush up on, so you know how to best protect yourself. So this is kind of cool. And what about mobile support and accessibility? Well, TaxAct has a mobile app called TaxAct Express for both iPhone and Android devices. And what happens here is that the app allows you to prepare and e-file your federal and state tax returns on your smartphone. So this is kind of cool. And some of the key features that they have within this app is that they have a redesigned W-2 capture, Touch ID, Face ID support for quick and secure login experience, and the ability to switch seamlessly from app to desktop and keep up right where you left off. So this is kind of cool. What about customer service and support? Well, TaxSlayer does a great job at offering support by giving you both email and phone options to get help. But here also, H&R Block has the best. Okay, I just want to say that H&R Block has the best. But talking about TaxSlayer, they actually do make you actually dig through their FAQs to find the phone number, which is actually 319-373-3600, by the way. So they're definitely pushing using the self-research path, okay? So the number, once again, is 319-373-3600. And so they're typically open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. Eastern, except during the heavy tax season. So they'll open until 8 p.m. and open up on weekends too. So overall, a pretty decent sort of service. So what is our verdict here? Which one wins, H&R Block or TaxSlayer? Let's really talk about that. See, the thing is that when we talk about the H&R Block versus TaxSlayer, each service will cater to someone different. Okay, it's one of those things where you really need to think about what really works for you. So let me really steer you in the right direction. So if you need the personal touch, you definitely want to go with H&R Block. Okay, because not only do they have this brick and mortar sort of presence, they also have great customer service. So you know that you have a lot of great hand holding. You can walk into a branch and have someone physically do your taxes right in front of you. You also have the option of a drop off, which is really nice. I mean, nowadays folks are really busy, and it's one of those things where if you have three part-time jobs or 4 part-time jobs, and you just trying to really go from one place to another, it's just better to actually drop off the documents. They'll take care of the tax returns for you. So that's for this one. If you're just looking to save money and don't have anything too complex, then TaxSlayer or TaxSlayer for that matter is pretty cheap, but doesn't offer as many of the frills as you would see with something like TurboTax. Okay, but you get what you pay for though. But so if you're looking for something in between or something that offers a military option, go with TaxSlayer. They have been around for a long time, have a great interface, an app, and offer competitive pricing. The bottom line here is that you have to understand that because a lot of those tax providers, they give you the quote unquote free version to sort of lure you in, and then they start charging you. And the free version is just for federal. You're not paying for it. You have to pay for stuff at the state level. So the thing is that because the federal is free, it doesn't mean that the state will be free. So, and also it doesn't even mean that you will qualify for the free sort of federal filing process. So you always want to make sure that your income level, your financial situation, your overall financial situation, and also your filing status allow you to actually qualify for the free version. But bottom line is, if you want to go with personal touch, go with H&R Block. If you want to go for something between affordability and speed, you want to go for TaxSlayer. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let me do a quick recap here. So in today's conversation, I did an H&R Block versus TaxSlayer sort of a compare and contrast. So actually, I spoke to you about the features, the pricing, the sign up, the security, the extras, and the arrival. And finally, the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.